despise him?
I put him on the pay me no mind list. I put him on that list.
So you guys never talk?
Never. In probably 10 years, I have not spoken to him. We've had a few outbursts on social media and whatnot.
Yeah.
And he's not
You
happy
actually
about
fight
it.
on social media? You fight with each other?
Not really fight. I do it on my show sometimes. I try to help the guy. He's doing these podcasts. He gets about 30 viewers. So I tell him what he should do to maybe step things up. You know?
He doesn't listen.
You know, I've been doing a show for about 11 years since I got the boot from Sirius XM satellite.
Well, I want to get to that show. I've been on that show many times. Of course. So Liz, you're are you 30 yet? How old are you?
I am not 30. Why would you even say that on air? Jesus.
Holy smoke.
No, I'm not 30 yet.
You're like 28, right?
I'm 29
Okay,
and
29.
holding on for dear life.
Okay, do you remember Opie and Anthony?
No.
I don't know a lot.
What do you mean, no?
She's 29.
So what?
We were done by then, I think.
Oh, that's true. You're right. Well, you're right. Now that I think about it. You know,
11 years ago. So what? Were you 18, something like that?
What about
the
the thought, Liz, of young pretty girls like you stuffed in 55-gallon drums with bodily fluids splashed all over them? That's the type of show he did.
Not human bodily fluids. They were animal bodily fluids.
I don't know if that makes it better.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to defend the indefensible here. It was back in the days. Let me tell you a little something. They were called shock jocks. Do you remember? Have you ever heard the term?
I have not.
Shock jock.
They actually call me that now, which is ridiculous compared to you guys.
Oh, yeah,
I'm like,
that's where I know the term, from reading about you.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. A shock jock did shocking things on the air.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you just pick your phone up, you could scroll and literally watch snuff films on a daily basis. So I don't know how shocking it would be to talk about boobies and heinies.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think that kind of really ushered in the end of the shock jock was the introduction of the internet and things. Now you could see things that are just really shocking.
Really shocking, right?
Yeah.
But that was starting to happen. You guys were still big on radio.
Yeah,
about that time.
It took a while, you know, but now shock jocks are kind of quaint.
Yeah.
It's not even that, you know, the things I think we got in trouble for and got fired for, it's nostalgic now.
Nostalgic.
I wish that radio was only about the FCC coming after you, because once the people and social media trolls come after you, you realize how easy it was to battle the FCC.
Right. How do you end up in South Carolina, honestly?
You make a left, Virginia. I swear I had to get the hell out of New York.
No, I get that. But were you driving down to Miami and you went to pee and oh my God, that's such nice.
Florida's.
Anthony seems to be heading to 770 WABC morning slot. So, well, good for Anthony. Like, why is that the elephant in the room? I don't give two shits what Anthony does. Everyone was trying to get me to comment because I guess Anthony was on WABC yesterday morning. I don't care. I turned down ABC no less than 3 times since I got let go from Sirius XM. If it works for him, great. But the fact is, they don't have any money. Look, it's Super Chat Friday. I haven't even made $1 today. But the fact is, between my live streaming, my podcast, and monetization here and there, I make more money than what WABC has offered me. I think it is officially 3 times that I said no to them. They have no money over there. That's why I'm not on radio anymore, because the money stinks. It absolutely stinks. And I'm kind of damaged goods at this point. So I would have to kind of start from a low level. And I'm not willing to go back on regular radio to make pennies on the dollar. I just don't want that. And you know, the money's in successful podcasts at this point. But look, if he goes to ABC and he's happy, great. I don't give a crap. I just want him to leave me the F alone. It's as simple as that. All right. Opie, any response to what Anthony said about you throwing Steve under the bus? I don't even know what that's about, to be totally honest with you. Steve C, I didn't. If he's trying to say that, is Anthony using the tragic death of one of the Opie and Anthony members to just try to get points against me? Fact is, Anthony didn't give a crap about Steve C or no one else that worked behind the scenes of the Opie and Anthony show. The fact is, me and Steve C were actual friends. We talked on a regular basis. I listened to him for hours about his issues and his problems. And in the end, when Steve C tragically died, I went to the wake. It was the thing to do. And if Anthony wants to know the truth, his family and his friends hate Anthony's guts. They told me at the time, wait, Anthony couldn't be bothered to come up here? Couldn't be bothered after all the years Steve C gave to the Opie and Anthony show? Why isn't Anthony here? I go, I don't know. Jim Norton couldn't be bothered. Steve C dies tragically. And the only two people that went to the wake from the Opie and Anthony show was me and E-Rock. So it's more garbage from a garbage man. And trust me, his family and friends hate him. They're like, oh, I guess he couldn't be bothered. Well, that's great. That's just great. And then if you want to know the truth, then there was a situation where the family needed some funds. And guess who gave them funds? So Steve C is being used by Anthony? Really? Really? To get a few points on me, Ed? Really? The family, the friends think you're garbage for not showing up at the wake.
So these two guys are still beefing with each other. It turns out Cumia is going to be doing terrestrial radio again. You know that just tears Opie up inside. I don't know what Cumia is talking about when he's like, he hardly ever talks about Opie. He does all the time. And Opie's response to the whole Steve C thing, I'm still buying what Anthony said, because all Opie's response was basically that he helped out after Steve C died, but he didn't directly address what Anthony accused him of indirectly getting him fired, how Opie would put people's jobs, like he would say to the bosses that this guy needs to step up and be like, don't fire him. Be like, dude, I saved your job. So, I mean, these two guys are still going at it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.